Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Karkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered folk ones of the globe preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. This is from cnbc.com. Published by Hong Kong Hai Young Kim and Alex Heron from cnbc.com. Last updated Wednesday, August the 16th, 2023 at 5:36 p.m. Eastern Time. And this was a second day of the markets had failed. As of yesterday, I did a sit-down lesson on this. Now, back at it once again for the second straight day as the stocks have failed. And I believe the stocks have failed to like 160 points or 181 points, if I'm not mistaken. As it reads, stocks fall a second straight day. Nasdaq dropped 1% as Feds cites lingering inflation woes. Live updates. Says stocks fell 180. I meant to say Salakia, because I remember the Dow Jones fell like 300 points yesterday. Now it fell down for the second straight time to 180 points in the red negative category. Well, I just want to add an additional note to that, but continuing on, it says stocks fell Wednesday as investors digest a summary of the Federal Reserve July meeting, which hint a potential higher rates, right? Potential higher interest federal rates, I believe. And this says the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped negative 180.65 points, or 0.52%, to end at 34,765.74. And the S&P 500 dipped 0.76 points, closing at 4,404.33. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq Composite declines as 1.15%, ending the day at 13,474.63. It says in the second consecutive losing session for the three major average. It says in the central bank July meetings, officials said any additional tightening may be necessary to bring down inflation, with inflation still well above the committee's long-run goal and the labor market remaining tight. Most participants continue to see the significant upside risk to inflation, which could require further tightening monetary policies. The meeting summary stated the federal fund rate is currently in a range between 5.25 to 5.5, the highest level more than 22 years. Markets continues to sell off as the federal minutes underscores that the economic backdrop needs to pull back so that demand softening accordingly, says Quincy Crosby, Chief Global Strategic of the LPL Finance. Recent third quarter GDP estimate could be a fresh retail data suggests that more robust underpinning to the economic certainty, not what the Fed wants to see. They navigate the so-called last mile towards the achieving the price stability crops added. Intel fell more than 3% to lead the down lower. Communication service, real estate, and consumer discretionary were among the worst performance, and S&P 500 sector losing more than 1% each. Meanwhile, the back of the end of the corporate earnings session rolled on. The target shares rose roughly 3%, even after the retail cut its full-year outlook. Assurance companies' progress jumped nearly 9%, also back of its earnings report.
Just because the players buy me this one. Yeah, the other one is
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8, and it reads, Babylon is suddenly fallen, and the scorer howl for her, take one for her pain, and so she may be healed. Jeremiah 51 and 9, and it reads, the Holy Scriptures, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsaken her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgments reach into heavens, and they lifted up even to the sky. And this is Revelations chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, become a habitation of deceivers, and a hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean HATEFUL bird. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying, as we see the markets crashed once again for the second day in this new week in August the 16th, 2023. As you see the Federal Reserve continue to tackle with the inflation and with the economy and with the markets having a sell-off once again for the second straight day, as the markets fell badly yesterday, and as it failed once again for the second straight time due to the federal meeting, because the markets react what's going on financially and what the Federal Reserve or what's their next plan is going to be. It says, as Fed cite a lingering inflation woes, right, as they continue to tackle the inflation. And that's that been so far in the year 2022 and the year 2023. That have been their main long-term goals to ease the inflation and continue to increase the interest rate and the interest rate hike as well too. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying, and I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem HaKadosh. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.